Forest Grade. Today we are going to be making some cherry blossoms. I love this time of year when the blossoms are around. I picked these from my garden. I really love them. They just don't last very long. So I thought we could make a picture of some. You are going to need for this lesson a piece of paper that is not white. This one is a little off-white, but you can use any color that you have. Or if you don't have an off-white, you could use, this is just a sandwich bag that I have cut up. Something like that would work. Or any color of background as long as it's not white, because you want your blossoms, the white part, to show up. You will also need, for the vase, a smaller piece of paper that is about half the size of your big paper. You will need a pencil to draw. You'll need a blue pencil, crayon or marker. Scissors to cut. You will need oil pastels or crayons in brown, pink, red and white. And then if you do have paint, some red and white or pink and white paint. And then we're not using a paintbrush today. We're going to be using little pieces of tissue paper or some Q-tips. Okay, so hopefully you have all the supplies ready and then we can make a start. Okay, so we are going to be making our cherry blossoms in a vase today. So what you're going to need is a background paper that is not white. I have chosen a color that's a little off-white, but you can really choose any color you like that you'll be able to see your blossoms. I have a paper like this. You could always just use, this is just a brown paper bag that I've cut open like a sandwich bag. That would work as well. But any color of paper will work. You will also need a smaller piece of paper for your vase. This is about half the size of my big paper, so I just cut in two. You will need scissors, a pencil, a blue pencil or marker to make your design on your vase. And then we're going to use red and white paint or some oil pastels. You will definitely need a brown oil pastel or crayon to make your branches, but you may use the oil pastels if you don't have the paint. To make our blossoms, you can experiment by using your fingers, or I'm going to use a combination of Q-tips and just tissue paper to make my little blossoms, and I'll show you that in a second. So we are going to start off by making the vase at the bottom, and we're going to be doing a folding technique that we have done before, a cutting technique where we fold our paper over. We're folding it not hot dog, hamburger. Remember when we fold this way? And then we're going to be drawing one side of the vase. So now you've got your paper folded, we're going to make the line for our vase. I'm going to start near the top and I'm just going to make a curved line in, and then I'm going to come a curved line out and go right down to the bottom. When you cut this, you don't need the fold to your tummy. Sometimes we do that. Because it's only one line top to bottom, you can just start right at the bottom and cut on your line. These are our scraps. And when you open this up, you should have a nice vase shape. So we cut on the fold to make that. You will glue it down, and then or you can make, in fact, you can make the patterns before you glue it. So I took my inspiration for my vase from some of those Chinese Ming vases that you see that are blue and white. You can put any design on your vase that you will like. I just did some lines and some little flowers. So you can do something, some design, maybe some zigzag line, maybe some dots, maybe I'll make those into flowers. You can use thick lines, you can use thin lines. You can decorate your vase how you like. Okay, so now I've got my vase. I'm going to glue it down. I unfortunately don't have any glue, so I'm just going to pretend that I've glued it down like that. And then I'm going to make the branches of my blossom. So I'm going to use the brown Craypa, but you can use a brown marker, brown pencil, anything that you have. I'm actually going to lift this up a little bit so my branches can come from here. So I'm just going to make a line with a little branch. One long line with a little branch. Maybe this one has two. And then one more wavy line with a branch. And that's all you really need for your branches. So now comes the fun part where we're going to make the blossoms. I'm using white and red paint. You could use white and pink, whatever colours you have, but we're going to be double dipping, so we'll be going in the white and the red. I'm going to start off by using just my little piece of tissue paper that I've just scrunched up to be my brush. I'm going to dip it in the white, and a little bit of red, I don't want too much, and I'm just going to dot them. I'm doing quite a few blossoms with one dip, so you don't need to keep going back into your paint. You just keep. And then when I think I need some more, dip mostly in the white, a little in the red. Okay, you can also try, I'm going to show you the different technique you can try with the Q-tips. I'm just going to take a bunch of them together. I think I have about 5 here. And I'm going to do a similar thing. I'm going to go in the white, a little bit of red, and then you can try different things. Maybe you could try just a piece of regular paper scrumpled up. You could even try your finger. You can see if that will work also. Okay, so when you've got as many blossoms as you like, we're going to let it dry, and then we can add some details with our Craypa. So if you did not have paint, you can also do a similar technique with the Craypa, which I am going to show you on my other example. This is my one that dried already. This was paint, but if you didn't have paint, you could use white Craypa and red Craypa just to make your little blossoms. You can also, after your paint has dried, you can just go add some little highlights with the white wherever you like on your blossoms, or the pink or the red. And I'm just kind of blending those colours together to make the blossom. Okay, I hope you enjoyed making the cherry blossoms, and I cannot wait to see them.
And I need to film the front part.
Front view, and we're done.
Oh.